I've heard some people say that the closer you get to your goals, the more a small part of you wants you to mess up. Honestly, with almost everything in my life, when things are going well, whether that be my fitness goals or my relationship or my career on YouTube, I tend to question whether things are too good to be true. And then I start looking for ways to mess them up, right? So for me right now with YouTube, like I was able to quit my job. I'm doing YouTube full time and it feels amazing. But now more than ever, I'm second guessing everything I'm doing. I feel like I'm procrastinating work. Like it feels like it's almost harder for me to work towards what I want to do. And it's almost like this form of self-sabotage because I know I'm capable of greatness, right? Like we are all capable of greatness, but why do we often get in our own way, especially when things are going well? Why do we tend to start second guessing ourselves as soon as we start seeing signs of success? That's kind of what I really want to explore in this video. How can we stop getting in our own way? How can we stop giving into self-sabotaging thoughts and start trusting ourselves to be the best version of ourselves that we are all capable of being? So for me, when this starts to happen, it's typically when I can have my entire day planned out. I could have gotten enough sleep the night before. I did my morning routine. I feel energized and ready for my day. And then I sit down to start working on what I want to do. And then suddenly these thoughts start creeping in that I might as well check Instagram. I might as well spend a few hours on TikTok. And then I start giving into these temptations. I start checking my apps. I start distracting myself. And then I start feeling guilty about it. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe it's not worth it for you to film this video, right? Maybe no one's gonna watch this video. So what's the point of filming it? What's the point of you even doing YouTube, right? You might as well quit while you're ahead. No one even really cares about you. No one wants to watch you. Then it starts spiraling out into all of these crazy negative thoughts. And suddenly I'm on the couch on TikTok doing nothing for the rest of the day because I don't believe that I'm capable of achieving anything. And even though I start out my day on a good note, the part of me that believes that I'm not capable of achieving what I want to achieve has won for the day. And this is what Robin Sharma calls the ancient brain. There's a part of our brain that's in survival mode at almost all times. So no matter what's going on, even when things are going well, it has a negativity bias that is looking for something to be anxious about, that's looking for something to be stressed out or upset about. So when we start making positive change in our lives, when we start achieving our goals, this ancient brain gets triggered, right? It gets uncomfortable. And this is what a lot of other people will call your ego, right? If you've ever read Eckhart Tolle, he talks about this a lot. It's basically the part of our brains that is trying to take us out of the present moment and get us to focus on anything else, right? Get us to focus on the past or the future. And that's when these feelings of anxiety or worry or depression even can start creeping in. And then we start getting in our own way. And this happens to me kind of often, right? This happens to a lot of us kind of often. And a lot of times when we start seeing these thoughts, we get mad at ourselves about it because it's like, fuck, I'm doing well. Why am I doubting myself? Like, why am I getting stressed out about this when I'm seeing that I'm probably gonna be okay? Why am I looking for reasons to give up? But in reality, it's not really our fault. I talked about this in my video about being afraid to start something new. Our subconscious mind gets uncomfortable when we start new things. Growth and progress can feel scary. So the first thing that's really important to realize is that you are not crazy for feeling this way. You actually can't stop these thoughts from coming because again, our brain from like caveman times is designed to think like this, right? It's designed to do this to keep us safe. It's normal to have self-sabotaging thoughts, but you decide how you react to them, right? You decide how much power they have over you. The more you train your mind to recognize these thoughts and react positively to them, the closer you can actually get to your goals. So this is where for me, meditation has been really, really important. So I can give myself time to observe these self-sabotaging thoughts and watch them pass. The goal of meditation is to kind of train your mind to get you to get back to the present moment, even with the millions of thoughts that you are experiencing all day, every day. Think about the thoughts that you're experiencing as leaves running through a stream. It exists, right? You can't make it not be there, but what you can do is watch it go down the stream. You are the observer of that leaf, you are not that leaf. There's gonna be self-sabotaging thoughts, but the more you learn to observe them and take your attention away from them quicker, the less power they have over you, right? The more you can spend time doing what actually fulfills you and makes you happy. I try to meditate in the mornings to start out my day. I just noticed it makes a huge difference in grounding me and keeping me focused for the rest of my day. So I'm really excited to introduce today's video sponsor, which is Aura. Aura is a new mindfulness and sleep app. They have thousands of guided meditations, stories, calming sounds. They have like everything. They even have hypnosis and cognitive behavioral therapy, which I've actually never tried and I really want to. But the cool thing about Aura is that it's very different from other mindfulness apps in that it's very personalized to you. So when you first open the app, it has you answer some questions about what you're looking for in particular, what time of the day it's important for you to be mindful. So you can set reminders. There's hundreds of coaches, therapists, and storytellers so that you will find who you love and who works best for you. It's not one size fits all like other apps. It's very much catered to you and what your needs are. It's kind of like a Spotify for mindfulness, right? If you use Spotify, you know what I'm talking about. Spotify is very much catered to you and what you like. Even at times when I want to sit down and meditate, I find it that my mind is trying to sabotage that, right? Like I'm finding reasons to not meditate because I feel like I need to be productive right away, or I need to just start working right away, right? And so for me, doing guided meditations on the Aura app has been really helpful in times when I feel like I'm trying to convince myself not to meditate. So you guys can start a free trial of Aura at the link in my description. The first 500 people to do the trial will get 25% off. So I encourage you guys to try it out soon so you guys can save money. And thanks again to Aura for sponsoring this video. I think there's this misconception that when you're meditating, when you're doing any kind of spiritual work, that it's supposed to feel good. And as I've been meditating more, I've been realizing that there's some negative thoughts that I have that come up pretty often when I'm meditating. Like I have very silly insecurities and doubts that like oftentimes when I meditate and I like get back to the present, I realize that they're silly and that they like really just come from like me just being dumb. But a lot of the negative thoughts that I have that come up for me often, especially when I'm going inwards, a lot of times I realize they're coming from somewhere, right? They're coming from some kind of learned belief or childhood wound. And these thoughts, unfortunately, you can't always just brush them away. And so what I'm learning is that these thoughts that come up for me is usually giving me some kind of sign that I need to look into that, right? I need to like dig into it and understand it a little bit deeper, because again, unfortunately, we can't just make them go away. I think a lot of times when we're thinking about our success and how to achieve things and how to achieve our dreams, we're thinking about how to just be productive. But in reality, we are spiritual beings, right? Having a human experience, and you cannot ignore the spiritual work that you have to do to get to where you want to be, right? Even if that means you want to be somewhere financially, right? There may have to be some spiritual work that you need to do to get there. At least I'm a firm believer in that, right? So for me, I've really had to learn that I can't just work hard to get to where I want to be. I actually have to work hard like emotionally and mentally to understand where any of my fears, my doubts, and my insecurities come from. Therapy is really great for this. Shadow work is really great for this. I have a video on shadow work if you guys want to go check that out. I've heard some people say that they do hypnosis and that's really helpful for them. There's a lot of different ways to kind of uncover and dig into your negative thoughts, but regardless of how you do it, it's very, very necessary to learn from your fears and why you are trying to self-sabotage yourself, right? Are you scared of success? Are you scared of making money because you come from a home where you were low income and you learned to fear money? Do you have a bad relationship with money because of what your parents taught you about money, right? There's so many different ways. There's so many different reasons why you are the way you are. And there's so many different reasons why you are getting in your own way, but you have to uncover what those reasons are. So I really encourage you, as much as you prioritize being productive and trying to get things done, also prioritize doing that emotional and mental work because it's important. When it comes to actually being productive, when I've done some of the work and I've realized what I feel like is getting in my way mentally and emotionally, I feel a lot more energized and fueled to go after what I want to do. But of course, there are so many external distractions that can get in the way of me actually going after that thing. And I feel like a lot of times I get into this cycle of distracting myself and then feeling guilty about it. And then I feel like I have to do my work all over again, right? I need to go meditate, I need to go do some more shadow work because I feel bad and I feel upset with myself. And it gets into this really negative cycle. So for me, I've really realized that the more I say no to distractions, as tempting as they are, when I put my phone in a different room and just get work done for even like an hour and a half or 2 hours, I feel so accomplished. And I'm trying now to make these little promises to myself every single day. And on a really good day, I'm able to get 3 things done and it feels amazing. This is something that Dr. Nicole LaPera recommends. If you guys have heard of the holistic psychologist on Instagram, you guys know who I'm talking about. She says, just make yourself one small promise every single day. It doesn't matter what the promise is, but if you can achieve that one small thing, even if that means just walking 10 feet to go check your mailbox, you will eventually start building more confidence in yourself to get further and further to where you want to be, right? So when things are going well, when you feel like you're getting in your own way and you're being a mental block to your own success, I know it can feel like there's millions of things that you need to do to continue growing, to continue achieving, to continue getting closer and closer to your goals. But just remember that you can only really focus on one thing, right? Say no to distractions, put your phone on do not disturb, go put it in a different room until you've gotten done that one high value task for your day. And once you've done that, you can feel confident, you can feel good that you have gotten something done, again, no matter what that something is, and you can continue building that confidence to do more and more every single day. When you feel all of the weight of all the things you have to get done in order to achieve your goals, it's going to feel harder to get there, right? So focus on one thing each day. Slow down and give yourself time to enjoy the process. Give yourself room to actually walk in your purpose and take your time with what you're doing. And I promise you, it makes a world of a difference. And I'm saying that because I'm really, really understanding that and working on it right now, right? It's not all about the success. It's not all about the outcome. It's about you enjoying the journey. Because again, you are a spiritual being capable of literally anything in this human life. When you pull yourself out of survival mode, when you pull yourself out of your ancient brain and out of the past and the future and bring yourself back to the present, you are the most able to walk in your purpose. And you will realize that the universe is on your side always, right? So you are capable of literally anything that you want. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any suggestions, any tips or advice on how to get out of your own way and how to stop self-sabotaging yourself, because this is something that I'm definitely working on myself in the moment, and I always learn a lot from you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.